What's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting, and it's not even close. I, of course, am the coach. I help run the show here, and we are here every single day for those of you who are new at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Let's take a quick look at what we did on Wednesday, and looked like everybody went 1-1 except for our guy, Zach Attack. Exactly how he said the Fordham game would go, it went. And then AB with the two-piece from Chick-fil-A. That's be KFC with the two-piece. But the Celtics win money line, Lakers win money line, so that was nice to cash that plus 150 last night. Now, on to today. Let's bring in the stars of the show. You know them, you love them. We're going 5 wide today, first and foremost live from Nashville, Tennessee, the penthouse level. M Squared, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, fellas. Yeah, some tough games, tough beats for us last night. Some good things went our way. Huge college basketball slate today and a nice golf tournament starting in about 90 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. Some really big storylines that happened in the last 24 hours that we will get to. Also live from Nashville, Tennessee, 8 floors below. Dial up. AB, what's good?
What's good, Coach? What's good, everybody? I'm starting to get that Super Bowl itch. I know that we've got about a week and 3 days left, but you know what? I'm starting to feel it. Books got the props out early. I'm fired up, man. I'm excited for it.
And they are getting fired up, AB, out here in beautiful Southern California, where me and the maestro will be next week. But before I get to him, how about live from New York City? Jay Smooth, the machine. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. How's everybody doing? Excited to be back. Got some great plays today. Almost 80 games on the college basketball slate.
Oh, very good. Christopher in the chat says the starting 5 is the name of this crew. Coach, let's go. I don't mind that. Okay. All right. And finally, he is our anchor. He's our heartbeat. Maestro, good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. I'm just getting pumped for the Super Bowl, just diving into so much. I'll leave you with one tidbit. If you like the Bengals, I would play them on the money line as well as the spread, because an underdog of less than 6 points has never covered the Super Bowl without winning the Super Bowl.
Say that again.
An underdog, a short underdog of less than 6 has never covered and lost the Super Bowl. If they covered, they win. So if you're playing the Bengals with the points, okay, I think you should also play them on the money line. All
right. So you're saying the points won't matter if the Bengals win the game. If they win the game.
Yeah, I mean, points in general, 46, 6, and 3, the straight up winner against the spread, which is something that we've seen throughout the playoffs, as AB pointed out, until that one game, I believe the final game of the playoffs where it didn't come through, the winner did not cover. But in general, yeah, the winner does cover.
All right, very good. I love those little Chick-fil-A nuggets, especially 10 days before the Super Bowl. All right, little housekeeping to handle. It's a busy day at the brand today, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Look who's back again. Buckets and Martin W. Green with our soccer preview. Then at 5:30 Eastern time today on our YouTube channel. You're watching us right now. Subscribe. It's free. Our man Andrew Gambas, he's been on fire. Our MMA-only episode live at 5:30 Eastern today. And already in your feed, me, Mikey, Maestro, and RJ, our Super Bowl mega early look preview is already live in your feed as well. All right, let's get into storylines that could affect the betting lines today. And you already heard Mikey talk about it. The PGA Tour is at Pebble. They're at Spyglass, 3 courses, and they start in just over an hour. Mikey, talk to me.
Yeah, this is interesting here because the field isn't super stacked, and then we lost 2 huge names in this field. Will Zalatoris, Daniel Berger, both have withdrawn from this tournament. The odds have shifted significantly. Patrick Cantlay is just plus 600 to win this event. That's actually the same number that he is to miss the cut. Not often do you see someone with the same odds to miss the cut and to win the event here at this spot. This number that we're seeing on him is basically like Tiger Woods in his prime at a non-major or non-stacked field. Like, this number is kind of ridiculous at plus 600. But what I want to talk about is he is on the easiest of the 3 courses. It's a 3-course rotation. If for some reason he doesn't have a great opening round today, I think there will be some very interesting live betting opportunities on some of the other stronger names in the field that are starting on maybe the Pebble Beach course or some of the others. The Monterey course is going to be the easiest course on at this event, and that's where he's starting. So pay attention if he does not have a great round here. I think there will be some very interesting live betting opportunities.
That's a very, very, very important analysis right there. For anybody who bets on golf this week, you can really make some money if you listen to guys like Mikey, because there's a lot of names that you're not going to recognize. There's only one player that is less than plus 1,000, and it's Patrick Cantlay. Daniel Berger back, Will Zalatoris, COVID, but it's now opening up the field so wide. You can get some really good numbers if you're lucky enough. All right, now, college basketball. Last night, it seemed like everybody was just scoring buckets and buckets and buckets. Jay Smooth, talk to me.
Yeah, Coach, so this has been pretty interesting. I'm going to talk a little bit about early games because, here at the show, we love our early games. We got a couple today, but what's going to be really interesting is that people normally think that early games are more prone to go under. Well, the last 12 early games on weekdays, 9-3 on the over. So don't be so sure that these guys aren't going to come out and shoot well early. It might actually be that defenses are playing worse early rather than offenses. So something to be wary of. But I wanted to highlight one early game today, the Tennessee Tech Morehead State game. This might be a great place for an under because the total has gone under in 11 of 12 meetings between these two teams. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this one goes if that trend of the early morning games going over versus this matchup going under. So I'll be watching that one for sure, but that's definitely going to affect some betting lines today.
All right. So we've got basketball all day long, according to Jay Smooth, which I like a lot. Everybody knows I hate unders. And last night was a perfect example why. And it's not that I just hate unders, but whenever somebody scores like 80 in the first half, you're like, the bet's over. I like being able to stay in the whole game. I don't have to win or lose everyone, or win everyone, I should say. All right. Great analysis by you, Jay Smooth. Can't wait for your picks coming up in a couple of minutes. But let's get back to the Super Bowl. And as AB said, he's pumped. We're 10 days away. Me and the Maestro are going to be on a jet plane out here to L.A. to meet me all week next week. Early Edge live from our set in Los Angeles. So, AB, get me started a little bit early. What do you got?
Yeah, you two are going to be electric factory out there. I can't wait to see it when we've got it all linked up on the show, you guys there and us here. Speaking of the Super Bowl, in terms of betting it, understand, all right, have a plan going into this game. It is a completely different game than anything that we see all season long. Do not wait until Sunday to put in all of your bets. Understand, every single person on the planet that sports bets online will be online. We saw multiple books go down last year before the Super Bowl. Don't wait. Number 2, write them down. Start getting a plan right now, because if you're betting over on player props like Cooper Kupp receiving yards, Odell Beckham, Jamar Chase, those numbers are only going up, and they're going to skyrocket next week. So get on those as early as possible. And then number 3, if you're taking the Bengals to win this game, go ahead and bet Joe Burrow to be the MVP as well, because there's no one else that will win MVP, because he will be delivering the ball to whoever is scoring. Bet him. If the Bengals win, he will get MVP.
That is not good advice, AB. That is great advice. And the last thing you ever want to do is be 10 minutes before the game starts trying to get your bets in, and it doesn't work because of activity. Why'd you wait till 10 minutes before? It's a Super Bowl. We've had 2 weeks. Great advice. Now, speaking of the Super Bowl, we love props. But I need to hear or see something that gets my juices flowing. Maestro, can you help me out?
Yeah, I've got 2 props that I'm playing already that I'm gonna talk about in a minute, but there's a few that I'm eyeing. Team to score last wins the game. It's minus 210. We hit it last year. It's hit 8 straight times. It's 23-3. It's 41-14 overall. That seems like a price that should be higher than minus 210. Also looking at the first quarter total of 7.5. These teams both have gone under in the first quarter. The Bengals 12-6-2 to the under. The Rams 14-6 to the under. The Rams 7 of their last 8 unders. And also the first half, the Rams have gone under 7 straight first half. So those are something to look at. 7.5 seems very low. 1 touchdown, you're probably screwed. A touchdown and a field goal. But all the trends say under on the first quarter. And the other one I'm looking at, because I do think this game will be competitive, is largest lead 14.5. It's pretty even juice either side. I'm looking at that one to go under 14.5. But those are 3 I'm just eyeing right now.
And guess what? Next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I believe is the correct time, we will have our Super Bowl props extravaganza live from Los Angeles. Cannot wait for that. All right, let's get into our board for the day. We're going to have 2 plays, count them 2, from SportsLine. The first one, college basketball, Arizona -6. Now, you may look at me a little bit sideways, but in our simulations, we have Arizona covering almost 63% of the time. They're playing UCLA, and I know UCLA, the finals last year. They're very, very good. They haven't been as good this year. Arizona is averaging nearly 90 points a game. Can UCLA stay up with that? We don't believe so. We'll lay the 6. Then our second play, we're going to go to the NBA. Raptors -3 at home against the Bulls. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time is the tip. Now, the Raptors enter this game very quietly, having covered 4 of their last 5 games. And tonight, being at home, there's really no atmosphere in Toronto. So we'll take the Raptors -3. All right, love those 2 plays. Now, you know I get hyped. You know it's a Thursday. You know the PGA Tour starts. Soccer's back. MMA's back. So I'm hyped. I'm also hyped to do this. Let's get to my cappers. M squared, you know the drill, son! Let's go. Give it to me.
All right, Coach. College basketball here. Georgetown at home +5.5 against St. John's. Down to 5 now. Still play it at 5, but grab it before it goes to 4.5. If you can, I like this one getting close to 2 full possessions in this one. So this is very similar to the Syracuse-NC State game that we saw yesterday. Decent offense, not good defense at all on either side. But what I really want to talk about, just like NC State off of a long rest, St. John's is very similar. When they've had 4+ days of rest, they are 2-7 against the spread. Now they're on the road in that situation against Georgetown. This Georgetown team has been up and down, to say the least, this season. Definitely has underperformed at times. This is the time where we want to back them. We want to back them at home where they play better. We want to back them as underdogs. That's what we get today. Play it at 5.5 or 5.
All right, very good. Real quick, because there are some people, as I expected, in the chat that do not agree with our Arizona play. Mikey or Jay Smooth, would you care to respond to some of our chat people about fading UCLA? Either one?
Yeah, I can take this. This definitely is a good spot for a revenge game for Arizona after the last time they played UCLA. It definitely hasn't been pretty. Arizona's definitely struggling here against UCLA. They've actually lost all 5 of their last games against the spread against them. So this is definitely going to be circled on the calendar. I like going against the trend. I like fading the public. I think Arizona's the right play. They're definitely going to try to win this one and win it big and make a statement.
All right, very good. Thank you, Jay Smooth. We have learned over the course of the last year, you cannot always look at trends. They don't always matter. All right, now let's continue with the college basketball talk. So we've got Georgetown and St. John's. We just cashed Providence against St. John's, so let's do 2 games in a row. But, Jay Smooth, I know that you were looking deep into the college basketball schedule today for your picks. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Coach. I want to support Mike's play. Georgetown 15-2 straight up the last 17 games they've played against St. John's at home. So that's a pretty staggering one. But let's get to my picks. All right, I got 3 today. I'm going to go with Troy +6.5. I have this on the model at 2.5. So I'm kind of shocked. 4 points, really nice edge there. Let's go get it. This is a 14-7 Troy team. They've covered 7 of their 11 games on the road. Georgia State was 2-10 against the spread before covering and winning their last 2. So they haven't been that great this season, even though they're kind of on a roll. I think they regress a little bit. I think this Troy team that's better in the conference right now is going to be able to keep it close. They might still lose, but I think +6.5 is too much. So let's grab the points there. Then we're going to go to Youngstown State -12.5. I got that last night. It's -13 now. I still don't mind that. You're only taking a push condition at -13. IUPUI. They're playing one of the worst teams in the league. This Youngstown team is going against them. 1-6 in their 5 games. 6-7. Oh, man. 1-6 in their last 7 games at home against the spread. Not pretty. Very fadeable. Grab Youngstown State -12.5. And then lastly, I'm going to go with Denver playing North Dakota. North Dakota, one of the 10 worst teams in the country by my rankings. Denver should win this one by 4 or 5. They're 4-1 against the spread in their last 4 meetings against this team. I think Denver gets it done. Take the small number -1.5 there.
All right. Very good. 3 great picks by there. By the way, very funny story involving Youngstown State. Years and years ago, it was actually Super Bowl Sunday. You guys can look this up. I had an afternoon WWE house show at the gym in Youngstown. and I took a frog splash from Rob Van Dam, and he landed on my face, gave me a concussion. I then had to drive 2 hours to State College, Pennsylvania for Monday Night Raw. Didn't even know how I got there, and then had to watch Super Bowl and didn't even remember the Super Bowl at the time. It was brutal. RVD, still love you, pal. Still love you. All right, now, we don't just talk the talk here. We walk the walk. So if AB is going to give us all of this betting advice for the Super Bowl, then surely you're going to back it up with something to play. What do you got, AB?
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, we're even going to throw in a play for today as well. First, we're going to go Washington State -3 against Stanford. You look at Washington State, 60% against the spread on the road this season. And they lost to Stanford a few games ago, but they built their point production by about 9.5 points per game since then. Stanford actually has the inverse, dropping by about 8.5. This is a great bounce back spot for Washington State. Now to the NFL, to the Super Bowl. First play, we're going to go Odell Beckham, longest reception, over 23.5 yards. When the Bengals go with that single high, too high safety, look, they are going to be all over Cooper Kupp, and it's the Super Bowl. You know OBJ is going to be showing out in the Super Bowl for this one. We're also going to go Joe Burrow, over 36.5 pass attempts, because we saw the Bengals against the Chiefs. They love to run on first down, setting it up for the fourth quarter. Well, you know what? Against the Rams, you're not going to get to do that. That ain't going to the fourth quarter. You're going to give that up in the first quarter. So he's going to have to throw the ball all over the field. And then number 3, we're going to go total punts in the game, over 6.5. That is basically our nuclear bomb scenario. If this thing just goes no offense whatsoever, we have an out, and that's going to play nicely for us. So hit those 3.
Oh, I love those a lot. By the way, Washington State, they have low-key. Living out here on the West Coast, I get all their games like at 7 o'clock. They're a really good basketball team that nobody knows about. I love that play. All right. By the way, real quick, in the chat, Mikey, I'm coming to you. Joe Mixon, over 25.5 receiving yards. Maurice says, get on it now, people. What do you say?
I'll lean that way, although I do like Mixon's under 95.5 total yards in the game. Very worried about Samaje Perine taking all the work, though. Perine saw more targets than Mixon did in the last game out of necessity. Joe Mixon's horrible in pass protection, which is why Samaje Perine is on the field. The only thing that I'm skeptical about is they might play both of them at the same time if Uzomah is out, and they might run Mixon out wide more in some of the desperation situations. So I'm not taking the under on it, but I actually have not played the over on it myself.
Okay, very good. By the way, we welcome everybody here to the Early Edge, even the degenerates of the degenerates. My man Earl in the chat says, is there a line on the East-West Shrine game? A, I didn't even know it was still called that. B, if you're betting on the Shrine game, you're our people, baby. You're our people. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're up against it. Grab your paper. Oh, wait a second. I'm just messing with you.
I know.
You know.
I know it.
All right, Maestro, what do you got for us today?
All right, you couldn't keep a straight face through that. I got 2 props. One is a parlay I found on FanDuel. I'm going to go Cooper Kupp 80+ yards and Tyler Boyd 25+ yards, coming back at -116. Kupp, we've talked about. I don't need to go into him and why he's going to have a big game, but to get him down to 80 and then to get Tyler Boyd down from 39 to 25, the Rams give up 30th most yards per attempt on short throws in the middle of the field. Tyler Boyd gets about a 30% target share in that area. The Rams play mostly zone, second highest zone coverage team in the league. Well, Tyler Boyd is the best receiver in terms of zone compared to man. In other words, Chase and Higgins are much better against man. Boyd is much better against zone. I think 25 yards is a gimme, especially if Uzomah is out. So I love that parlay. And then the second play, I'm going to bet on Sean McVay and Zach Taylor to really be conservative to start this game. And the first play from scrimmage will be a running play, -130 at Caesars. The Bengals, despite the game script last week, 60% runs on first down, despite being in a hole almost from the very beginning. And we know how Sean McVay wants to establish the run. He wants to give it to Cam Akers and Sony Michel and set up those 2nd and 8s. And I trust both of them in this big game. When they get the chance, hand the ball off on the first play.
I would love nothing more than for somebody on the crew to challenge you to a showdown on this particular prop.
Watch them do a flea flicker or something.
Hey,
Wouldn't that be crazy?
I'll do it right now. I don't
What?
have the music.
I'll take it.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
you're
you're getting plus money. You're getting, I believe it's plus 110. So
plus 110. All right. So, Maestro, are you accepting?
oh, for sure.
Oh my God, we got a first play of the game showdown. We'll fake it because AB doesn't have the music. It's gonna be a show. I can't even do it right. I can't even do it. Oh my God, I'm so pumped. All right, so our first Super Bowl showdown is official. AB, you need to start keeping these somewhere for us, please.
Gotcha.
Oh, Mikey put his finger up. What do you like, Mikey?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I want the action on the showdown for sure. I like the pass at plus money. But my question is, how are we grading Joe Burrow getting sacked on the first play of the game? Are we grading that as a pass play or a run?
Yeah, those
That's
count
a
as
very good
pass
question.
yards.
They're pass yards.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so are you challenging the Maestro too?
I mean, if AB wants it first, he can have it. If not, I'm happy to accept it. I was actually considering betting the pass first play. So,
Maestro,
happy to take it.
You could take two.
I'll take them both. Let's do it.
Let's go! Oh my, yes, let's go! All right, now 2 official showdowns on the same play. So 1 play into the Super Bowl, somebody's going to win money.
Wow.
Somebody's going to win, and that's exactly what the early
And
edge is all about.
You're each getting plus money from me.
I love. Hey,
If it hits, yeah.
nobody is more transparent than the Maestro. I promise you that. I promise you that. All right, here we go. Man, I'm really pumped up now. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the 1s and the 2s, and it looks glorious today. It is a full day. Let's start with the Maestro, who just pumped this show up a whole heck of a lot. We're going to go Tyler Boyd over. By the way, if you watch the mega preview in your feed right now, we may talk about Tyler Boyd extensively. You'll want to hear what the guys have to say about him in the Super Bowl. Cooper Kupp, he just does Cooper Kupp things. Over 80 receiving yards. That's like the first half for him. And then the first play from scrimmage. Who knew that it would cause so much commotion on the show? But it did, and I'm here for it. Then Mikey, 1 play so far. Georgetown plus 5.5 against St. John's. Then Justin Perry, the machine. Troy, Youngstown State, Denver. Let's go. And then AB, he's got just a bunch of different things. Washington State, then OBJ, Joe Burrow, total Super Bowl punts. He is our kicker whisperer, we call him here at the early edge. And then 2 plays from the site. Arizona -6. Controversial, I know. Raptors -3. And then the 2-piece, which hit last night. It's a good way if you don't like these West Coast teams that can't seem to cover those 4 and 5 point spreads. This is a good way to still get plus money. Let's go money line. BYU and Cal. Damn it, I love this so much. Oh, I love it so much. All right. It's Thursday. Remember, mega preview in your feed. 1 p.m. Eastern today. We've got our soccer preview buckets and Martin W. Green. Then at 5:30 Eastern time, Andrew Gambas back with our MMA-only episode. We grind for you. We do it every single day because we love this so much. And there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, love them all. M Squared, The Machine, Dial-Up, Maestro. And, of course, the jeweler is never far away, putting it all together here at the brand. I am the coach. Turn on those notifications. This is The Early Edge. Good luck.